Firstly, we stand by the people who want fundamental freedoms and democracy. Secondly, we will sanction all those responsible for violence and repression. The people took the peaceful protest to the streets, and the authorities answered with violence, and this cannot be accepted. This is not our statement. I just quoted right now from a statement released by Ursula von der Leyen on August 19, 2020, after the violent protests in Belarus, or I will rephrase that. After the peaceful protests in Belarus that were answered by the Belarusian government with violence. Now my question to Ursula von der Leyen is the following. Why is she silent right now? When people all across Europe who took it to the streets in order to defend and ask for their basic fundamental rights to be respected again by their own governments, is not saying anything. When on the European streets right now, innocent and peaceful Europeans are beaten by police, are mauled by dogs, and you have cavalry here in Brussels that almost ran over peaceful people. I was at 2 protests, 3 in Brussels, 1 in Amsterdam. I saw 2 protests in Brussels, the one in December, the two of them in December. Peaceful protests where the police, without being provoked, answered with violence. But I was on January 2nd in Amsterdam, in Netherlands, and what I saw there, I could not believe that in Western Europe, a police department, a government, could treat people the way those people were treated by the police in Amsterdam on January 2nd. And I show you a picture. This is just one out of the many pictures that were released by the media when innocent protesters were mauled by police dogs. The only thing that these people in Amsterdam asked for was not for higher pensions, for higher salaries, for new elections like the one in Belarus. The only thing those people asked for was to have their basic, fundamental human rights respected by their own government, which did not happen. Another thing that shocked me after this inhumane and brutal response of the police in Amsterdam were the veterans of the Dutch army. They came and they created a line of defense between these brutal police forces and the innocent bystanders. And if you look on the images, you will see that the one who got beaten first were the veterans. These people, look, I'm not Dutch. I'm not a citizen of that country. But I have to use this opportunity to thank them for service. This should be an answer that the government should give them. These people risk their lives for the life and for the prosperity of their citizens. They did that, in different NATO operations. And they did that on January 2nd. After I came from Amsterdam, I just could not believe it. I've seen what happened in 1989, in December in Romania, when we took it to the streets to fight against communism. We asked back then not only slogans against communism, but we asked and we demanded liberty, freedom. Now, until 1989, 1990, always the West looked at the East, saying, well,